Arsenal confident of Youri Tielemans' deal happening due to the fact that they are willing to wait until when Leicester accepts their fee. If at all that does not happen, then it means that Arsenal are really going to wait for this player until next summer when he is a free agent, because the player has confirmed to them that I want to be at Arsenal. I don't want to go anywhere. Even if a team comes in else, I will be here waiting for you to come in and take me. If not that, if Leicester doesn't agree a deal with me, what I'm going to do is simple. I'll go on, run my contract down, and come to you on a transfer fee, meaning that the agent of Youri Tielemans has gone ahead to confirm to Arsenal that please, the player is coming to your side. And by the way, I told you way back that this plays in the favor of Tielemans and the agent. That's all that and more into the story as we really bring you what Youri Tielemans to Arsenal is all about in the For You, as lots of stories have been reported by Jacobs Bain, Fabrizio Romano, and Football London in particular. You know that guy Kaya, who reports for side which goes by names of Arsenal, and you know he's the correspondent for Arsenal for the Football London. Then we are talking about Torreira. Torreira looks like anytime from now is going to terminate his contract with Arsenal. His agents are down in London, and the first meeting has not gone all as expected, but obviously they are really going to reach to a final conclusion into that deal. Then Pablo Mari and Ranasson are the ones that Arsenal are really working out to see if they really get out of the club immediately before they really land in deals like of Youri Tielemans in the For You. Because when you really land in deals of when you land in the deal of Youri Tielemans, when you're really having lots of salaries to pay, you can't really negotiate the realistic amount of money you're going to pay this player. But if I told you, that I've let this one go, he's not going to be part in my plans, then you can easily know how much to fit these players into your budget. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If I told you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name always, and you guys are always nice, and I always appreciate your being here and really subscribing to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Remember, we want to hit 10,000 subscribers before this month really comes to an end in the For You. And I know you guys, with the love that you're really offering me, you are really going to support me and hit the 10k target of subscribers. Let's get into the story of Youri Tielemans in the For You. First and foremost, it has been reported today by Mail Sports that Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta wants at least 2 new signings before the end of the window, but the club working on selling players first before making any move. Meaning that all the movement of these players that you're seeing Arsenal is really throwing out, Balogun on loan, Nuno Tavares on loan. Remember, they both scored on their debut and they are playing against each other. Tavares was in the team of Marseille and Balogun was playing for the side of Rennes, and Balogun scored and Nuno Tavares scored in that game that really ended 3-1 in the favor of Marseille, and Marseille really took the day, but obviously it went in favor of a team which goes by the names of Marseille. But those are the 2 players on loan in the For You. Another player that's going to be loaned by Arsenal, Patino, was loaned to Blackpool, then Okonkwo to a League One side, and then Guendouzi was sold to Marseille. Torreira has been sold to Galatasaray. Then we expect Pablo Mari to be sold to a side which goes by names of Monza, and so Arsenal really creating space for the coming year of players like Youri Tielemans in the For You. So Arsenal are still working onto players that are really going to be out, that the manager doesn't need into his system in the For You. Then I'm having Rohaman Osman writing about football, and he works for LondonWorld.com. He has gone ahead to let us know that Arsenal are stepping up interest in Youri Tielemans, absolutely looking to add the player to their squad and working behind the scenes for Leicester. That's it. Arsenal really wanting Youri Tielemans. That's it. If at all this player was not wanted by Arsenal and never had an assurance that Arsenal is 100% into him, his agent would have been working tirelessly to sell him to clubs, because teams like Manchester United are in need of a player like Youri Tielemans. But Tielemans already has an agreement with Arsenal in place to see to it that he really joins Arsenal in there For You. They agreed personal terms last summer, and this time things are really going on well according to Youri Tielemans in there For You. So Arsenal are really working for this deal, and Tielemans and his agent are confident because the player at the level of Youri Tielemans Trust me, there is no way you come here and tell me that he is not picking lots of interests from players from teams like Manchester United, Newcastle, and very many other teams, because he's really a proven midfielder. And let me tell you this, even Man City, before going in for Calvin Phillips, if at all they never knew that this player had already agreed a deal to join Arsenal, they would have gone for him first, because Pep Guardiola has admired this player for very many years and he wanted to bring him in, I think like 2-3 seasons back, but he couldn't. But I think this was a perfect opportunity to get him because it's cheaper, but he has an agreement in place with Arsenal, and that's where the player wants to go, and his agent is really working on a deal to see if this player really goes to a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you. Then Ben Jacobs, you know him very well. He went ahead to let us know that Arsenal, no Tielemans, want them, so if they bid, they are confident of getting him. As long as nobody bids, Arsenal can just bid their time, can just bide their time. Look at Lout's options, and Tielemans is one of them. So one thing has added into his report today, according to Jacobs Ben, because he's the man that told us that Arsenal is totally into of this deal, and Arsenal being totally into this deal has been confirmed. It's interest, it's okay, the player wants to join them, and Arsenal are using this as a mandate or as an advantage, not to go in and really making a bid that Leicester wants. Leicester wants a bid of close to 32 million pounds. Arsenal wants to offer 25. So, and Arsenal are not only looking at Tielemans, they're really looking at other central midfielders. Like they've been linked to a player in Italy known as Tinali. I'm going to come back with that story, because I thought that if at all I include the Tinali story into this mix, it's really going to be a longer video that most of you don't want. Most of you are very much comfortable with watching videos of just how many minutes? Of just 15 minutes either for you, 20. But if I put in Tinali, it will go to 30, something that would excite you guys. So, Arsenal are confident that this player is going to come to their side, according to Jacobs Ben, and their confidence is growing in because the player is left with just 1 year on his contract. And trust me, if you're Tielemans, if you wanted to go to Arsenal last summer when they had not yet improved as they are right now, I think he is dying times 10 to join Arsenal than he was last summer. He wants this deal because he looks at that Arsenal side and he knows that if at all he's that midfield with Thomas Partey, he adds so much onto that Arsenal side. Therefore, he has minerals that the midfield of Arsenal is lacking. I think you guys agree with me, because I think it's better than Granit Xhaka. And even when Partey is away, you can play Granit Xhaka and Tielemans and you won't miss Partey. But if at all you're having Partey and Tielemans in your team, oh my God, then you are really ready to go on and really turn on teams left, right, and center, and you will dominate the midfield or the engine room, because games of football are lost and won in the midfield. That was said by Sir Alex Ferguson when he was still the manager of Manchester United. That shows you the importance of the midfield in that for you. Then afterwards, Football London has shocked us today and shown us how much Arsenal are confident with this Tielemans deal, because they've said that Arsenal are prepared to wait until Youri Tielemans' current contract expires to secure him on a free transfer. Arsenal feel as though Leicester City demands in the region of £32 million are too high for a player with just 1 year remaining on his contract. Obviously, as I've already told you, that I will believe that Arsenal are really in the driving seat. They're leading the race. They're really having an advantage over Leicester. Leicester want to sell expensively, of course, but they are not having an advantage. They are really negotiating this on a disadvantage. Obviously, reason being, Yefis Bissouma, who was a player playing in the same position where Tielemans plays in Leicester City, left with one on his contract, left for Spurs at only £25 million. Then, how do you tell Arsenal that they should pay in £32 million for Youri Tielemans? So that's what Arsenal and the team are really saying. No, we can't pay £32 million. 7 more than what Yefis Bissouma went for to Spurs. We can't. So I think they're using it as a yardstick to see to it that they really make ends meet at a side which goes by names of Chelsea. So to me, I really believe that it's coming, and Arsenal are confident that they are willing to go ahead and really say, all right, let's wait until his contract runs down, or let's wait until January, because in January, trust me, Youri Tielemans will be at £5 million, and I don't believe that Leicester would want to find themselves in this situation, isn't it? I believe they wouldn't want to find themselves into a situation like this where they're really going to go ahead and do the needful and really sanction this. So I don't really believe they'll really let this deal go this low, because the only chance they have to get £25 million from this player is when they sell him now. The player wants Arsenal, and I've always told you that the player is now so much impactful on where he's going. The player decides, not the team. Rafinha wanted to go out of Leeds to Barca. Arsenal came in with more money. Chelsea came in with more money. The player said, no, I'm going nowhere. I have to go to Barcelona. You get? So it's so much dependent on the player and the manager. So Arteta convinced Tielemans, I really have enough time for you, and you are not really going to really miss out on playing regular football at Arsenal. Then, the other factor why Leicester is going to sell this player, according to me, before the 1st of September is simple. This is what Tielemans wants. Tielemans is just 25 years of age. If at all he's to spend another year at Leicester, he's going to be 26. 26 years of age is not very bad for the player, because that's the prime. That's the prime of any player. That's the prime of any player for you. And in that position where he plays, it's designated for him at Arsenal, and Arsenal really like him to come in and do that job very well. So if Tielemans doesn't go, if Leicester says we're not going to sell you until Arsenal gets the money we want, and he spends one more year at Leicester and is a free agent next summer, it helps him, by the way, because he will negotiate a better deal. He'll be a free agent. He'll go to Arsenal and tell them, please, I want a salary of £250,000 a week that Arsenal wouldn't have given him right about now. He can even get £300,000 a week, because you remember, Willian, he was earning £300,000 a week when he left Chelsea and joined Arsenal on a free transfer. So I really believe that it's all in favor of Tielemans. Whether he stays at Leicester City, he's the one who benefits. Whether he goes to Arsenal, he's the one who benefits, because everything is lined up for him. So I think Leicester are really in a very bad position that any team wouldn't like to find themselves into. Then Football London continue to let us know that Edu is in no rush to sign Youri Tielemans, although external factors could change the situation rapidly. Should other clubs suddenly firm up interest in the player, Arsenal could accelerate the plans to sign the Belgian international. Obviously, teams like Manchester United have shown interest in Youri Tielemans, and they're saying, we want you. But United don't want to bid before they really get a confirmation from the player that is willing to join them. You never know. Youri Tielemans might change around and say, all right, Arsenal doesn't want to pay £32 million for me. United is in here showing interest in me. Why don't I go to United? So you can't rule out anything in this transfer window. Everything in this transfer window is possible. Everything is possible in this transfer window. So you can't rule out everything. Anything is possible, guys. It's possible according to me, and don't at any one moment rule out a move of Youri Tielemans away from a side which goes by names of Tielemans to join Manchester United, because even United is a big team. You never know. Tielemans might look at Arsenal not really wanting him because £7 million apart. Why don't you pay it? A team is here. United wanting me. Why don't I go in there for you? So, but I really believe that one thing that will excite Arsenal fans all over the world is that Arsenal could accelerate plans to sign the Belgian international if at all another club bids. So, Arsenal fans, just wait and see. If at all a team comes in through and bids, that's when this is going to be accelerated. But if not that, Arsenal are really holding their cards in their chest. They're very much okay. They're saying, all right, the player wants to come to our side. Let's wait and see where this is going to go in the fight. But almost what Leicester are really calling for is a bidding war. If at all a team like Manchester United comes in, or Chelsea comes in for this player, then Arsenal will really accelerate the move to get in this player. That's why you saw Arsenal had to do the deal of Gabriel Jesus hastily. They did it in the nick of time. Do you know why? That player was wanted by very many teams. Real Madrid, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, We are the team. Juventus, close to 6 teams, we are wanting Gabriel Jesus. And Arsenal had to make sure that this deal happens. And they started to talk to this player, I think, in January. After Man City really had conversations with Haaland, and they were confirmed in March that he's going to come in and play for a side which goes by names of Man City. Then Gabriel Jesus got to know, I have no plan in here for you. And he said, I'm not renewing my contract. He was left with one year on his contract and he said, no way, I'm leaving. Obviously, he left. So, I really believe that Arsenal will only come in here to really make a bid that really Leicester wants, if at all a bidding war is really launched. But let's wait and see whether United will come in, but United will only come in after the assurance of a player that I want to join Manchester United. But you don't expect that to happen, because obviously the player has gone ahead to give Arsenal green light that plays. It's only and only Arsenal where I want to go ahead and really play my game of football in there for you. Then, after that story, there is a story I've really landed on in here that has really excited me a lot. It's all about a player who goes by names of Hector Bellerin from Arsenal. Hector Bellerin, as reported by London Highbury, they've told us that Hector Bellerin will be a free agent in the next few hours. He will officially sign for Real Betis this week. Arsenal have agreed to terminate his contract as his agent arrived in London a few hours ago to talk to Arsenal in the fee. Talk about terminating contracts. This was confirmed to us by Edu that they do terminate contracts on reasons. They have their reasons why they terminate this contract, like they did to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and they went ahead to give him £7 million on his departure to Barca, yet he went for free. So it frees up a lot of financial unnecessary expenditures for the team. So if at all they really agree on a mutual concept that, all right, you're going on a free to Real Betis, go, that means they'll be saving money, because I really believe that he has been really earning some good money at a side which goes by names of Arsenal. If at all I'm to check onto the Arsenal player, let me check. Arsenal player. I want to see the player wages. Yep. Let me see how much does this guy earns, and I put it on your screen because I want to show you why Arsenal needs to really terminate this contract in there for you. So Arsenal are really paying him handsomely. That's it. You should know that. They're paying him handsomely. Just know. Because Hector Bellerin, as you see on your screen, here he is. Hector Bellerin, he's earning £110,000 a week. And if at all Arsenal goes ahead to really sell him, they'll be saving close to £6 million a year. He has like 2 years left on his contract. That means they are saving close to how much? They are saving close to £12 million. So to rather lose a player on a free, why don't you let him go and terminate his contract and save that money? Because when you save it, it's creating room for players like Tielemans to come in through and really earn handsomely at Arsenal. Because £110,000 is really a lot of money for a player who is not at your club. And you're loaning him, you're paying half of his salaries, Betis paying half of his salaries, you better let him go. And I really believe that Hector Bellerin has a belief that if at all he goes back to Real Betis and plays there very well, he might really get a call into the World Cup team of Spain. I think that's why he's so much wanting to go back and play at Real Betis, because Juventus wanted him, he said, no, I'm not going there. Villarreal wanted him, he said, I'm not going there. The other team that wanted him was Atletico Madrid, he said, I'm not going there. So it shows you that he's confident that by him going to a side which goes by the names of Real Betis, he might attract the sight of the Spanish national team coach who goes by the names of, he's called who? I've forgotten his name. Valverde. Is it Valverde? Yeah. All right. Then Arsenal pushing to complete Mari. Renarson exits after Torreira sale. Clear out continues in the free. So the clear out at Arsenal continues, and it's now targeting the departure of the following players. That is Mari, and Renalson in the for you. So Pablo Mari obviously is leaving soon is going to leave for a side which goes by names of Hells Verona or Monza. Those two teams are really wanting his services into what we call into the Serie A. Monza has been just promoted to what we call the Serie A, and they're really chasing for this player, and Arsenal are really willing to sell him. So Arsenal are really working on such deals to happen, and after they are done, they'll go ahead and really do the needful and really bring up players who are really going to replace them in the foyer. Obviously, as any good footballing club, you have to first bring in signings. They brought them 5 in number. Gabriel Jesus, Matt Turner, Marquinhos, who scored a beauty when the under-21s of Arsenal were beating the under-21s of Manchester United 3-1, and he put up a very good assist using the outside of his left foot. Then Fabio Vieira and Zinchenko. Now, after bringing in all 5 players, they need to really take out some and then bring in 2 or 3 more signings. As I told you at the beginning of the video, the Mikel Arteta wants in at least 2 more signings there for you, in a central defender, left-footed, central midfielder, who is going to partner with Thomas Partey in the names of Youri Tielemans, and the other player who is going to play with Bukayo Saka onto the right at inside the midfield, but that player has to be left-footed, or he must be a proven right winger in there for you. Thanks you guys for watching again. Feel free to go in the comments section to tell me what you think about Youri Tielemans. Arsenal confident of Youri Tielemans' deal. Then Hector Bellerin wanting out. Contract is going to be terminated and is going to go to Real Betis. Then Pablo Mari and Ronalson leaving a side which goes by names of Arsenal. I sign out for now. See you later. Second video of the day. We started with Aubameyang returning to London. Frankie de Jong with Chelsea pushing for him to join them. United also into that mix in that for you. But this week is going to be so much crucial into that deal of Frankie de Jong, because Barca have made it clear to him that we want you out, but he's demanding them money. That is 17 million euros, and that amount of money is needed by Frankie de Jong. Then I talked about Bernardo Silva agreeing a deal of close to 50 or 60 million euros to Barcelona, and his entourage is in Barcelona looking for a house, meaning that he's really going to go to Barca. Man City not in a perfect position. All that and more into the first video that I really did. If I really want to watch that into the first video, you will really get everything mixed up into that. I sign out for now. See you later. 2 more videos coming in through. This is Rokani Media Football. Guys, subscribe to our channel and smash the like button for this video. Let's see this video having close to 150 likes. We can make it. We can make it. That of Moussa Diaby reached 200 likes. Can we really make it? Can we make it hit 150 likes? It will be a blessing and a pleasure to me if I told you guys go ahead and really do that. I'm out.